I'm Zagat and welcome back to a very brief Bird Channel video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Shinkansen as I just got off one, a actually 40-minute ride from Osaka to Kyoto. If you look up on the map, it's insane that can be done in that time using one of these trains. I just wanted to very quickly mention a few things that are both amazing about the Shinkansen and that you should know about the Shinkansen. Kind of like things about the Shinkansen that you don't realize when you just hear in the media the bullet train, the train that goes so fast. You're like, you don't necessarily realize what's going on with it. So first of all, it's one of the weirdest train experiences in the world in some ways. There are urinals on the trains, there are smoking areas on the trains, the seats spin around, there's, like no one even checks tickets except in various circumstances. You have to reserve seats, it's getting loud but it's fine. They're super long, there's 16 carriages, over 1,000 people are on one given train all day, every 3 minutes during the day. There's wild facts about the Shinkansen and it's a weird experience, but there's also something interesting about it. And the interesting thing to me about it is the fact that the Shinkansen is not necessarily, something that can only be done in Japan. A lot of people look at this, it's a very loud station, a lot of people look at those trains, the bullet trains, and they say, wow, this is something that can only be done here. It is because of all the amazing things that are done in Japan. And although maybe that's a little bit true, the reality behind it is something that any area that has a high density population can do. So Japan is it's an island, you've probably seen on a map. It has about 130 million people living there. Well, the population's going down, but over 100 million people live on the island in very, very concentrated areas. 73% of the island is made of mountains, and of that, the 27% that isn't, most of it is very densely concentrated. So when you have very dense population groups, you can link them together with high-speed rail quite easily. And bear in mind that the thing that makes this why is it ding all the time? And the thing that allows them to actually have the high-speed rail is so the reason it's high-speed and the reason it actually doesn't have delays is because instead of just deciding to upgrade existing rail, they just decided, even though they have existing rails between Tokyo, Osaka, all the other places it connects to, Hiroshima, Nagoya, all these places, the reason that it's so effective is because they just decided to build whole new lines. They built a whole new high-speed rail alongside their existing one. And that cost them a lot of money, but it means they have a no delay every 3 minutes, 300 kilometers an hour train service, and any country can do that. Any country can just decide, let's invest all the money on this. But the only reason it doesn't work in every country, and the only reason it eventually failed in Japan and caused the network to be privatized as it is right now, which, maybe you like or something, is because when you start going beyond the very basics of have high-speed, rail between two very densely populated areas and get people between them, people are like, oh, but why don't we go to the places where people don't live? And it's like, well, people don't live there, so they can't afford the train, so you don't make your money back. And it's like, well, people might live there on trains. And anyway, the point with this video is just Shinkansens are really cool, but they can exist anywhere. It's just most countries either are being really slow about it, aren't doing it, or are just, or they're doing it in entirely wrong ways, where they're thinking about political points more than thinking about the actual grandeur points of it. The whole system, Japan has a system that seems to be very based on just like, do the things that gotta be done, make it happen, now, go, go, go. Whereas everyone else is like, it would be nice if we got re-elected a little bit easier. And just consider that the next time you hear anything about big infrastructure in your country. It's designed to make you feel good, not to actually do stuff a lot of the times, which is the opposite of how it should be. Anyway, just a weird little point, that's why it's on the third channel. Secrets of the Shinkansen. Number one, they rotate, there's urinals, there's smoking rooms, there's pay telephones for some reason, and number two, or number five, or whatever, is that anyone can have Shinkansens, anyone can have an amazing thing like this. You just gotta throw lots of money at the problem, and, I don't know, maybe you should. Sixth fun fact, station's very loud. Anyway, we're gonna go to Kyoto, this is where we currently are. It's super nice. In fact, let's just show you a little bit of Shinkansen station, because third channel, who cares, right? This is the cheesiest thing I've ever bought, by the way. But I had to, it's a bottle of Coca-Cola from Hiroshima. I don't know why I like this so much, but it's tiny, it's cute, I have it, so I'm gonna drink some Coke. I'm gonna go down these stairs. Product placement for Coke, by the way. I like Japan. Just again, third channel, who cares? I like Japan because there seems to be a lot more rivalry between Coke and Pepsi. They both make a lot of really weird products there, and they keep one-upping each other with things that don't make any sense. They do have plastic Coke. Anyway, Shinkansen station. I swear, this isn't how it looked before, but it's a much larger station if you go beyond. But anyway, Shinkansens. They're magic trains that go over places real fast, and you can have them too if you want them. Thank you very much for watching. Third channel, don't care. Goodbye.